Are you ready for some good news? God has not only saved you from your sins, He's rescued you over and over from perils untold. Today's text from Deuteronomy chapter 7. If you say in your heart, these nations are greater than I, how can I dispossess them? You shall not be afraid of them, but you shall remember what the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and to all Egypt. The remembering changes everything. In May of 1995, 34-year-old construction worker Randy Reed was working on a water tower in Chicago. When he stretched for a tool, the scaffolding shifted and the unharnessed construction worker fell 110 feet face down. He narrowly missed a rock and construction debris and landed on a pile of soft dirt that enabled him to miraculously survive the fall. As paramedics arrived, secured Randy's neck and back, placed him carefully on the gurney, and began to carry him the little 3 feet off the ground to the ambulance, Reed uttered some of the most quick-witted words I've ever heard. What did the survivor of the 110-foot fall have to say? Who hoisted him off the ground towards the ambulance? Don't drop me. That's hilarious. And somehow it rings so true to our nature. We could survive a 110-foot fall and a few minutes later be afraid of falling 3 feet. The people of God were like that. They were rescued from torturous Egyptian slavery by the 10th plague against the Egyptian firstborns and the parting of the Red Sea. But within 3 days of freedom, they got thirsty in the desert and started grumbling. It's shocking that God had to tell the people to remember what He did to Pharaoh. And after all, who could forget? But we can forget the grace that's been shown to us. In Deuteronomy 7, God sets forth a powerful principle for faith. If you want to stop worrying about problems in front of you, remember what God's done in the past. If you're afraid of a future fall, then call to mind the way that God saved you in the past. In other words, remember your God moments of amazing rescue, and you'll be able to find the strength to defeat your fears and conquer the land in front of you. The more you recall His saving grace, the more faith you'll have today. And that's the gospel. Well, that's today's daily devotional, and if you missed today's radio broadcast on this very important subject of the God moment of amazing rescue, I hope you'll go get it. It's free. It's at sharingthelight.org.